Open.
Down.
Closed. Open.
You getting clear yet?
Yeah, it's getting a lot better. My name is Tyler Perry. I am a wholesale account manager for all the open wheel accounts. My dad worked on dirt late models with Kent Tucker, but I always liked sprint cars more. We went to the Outlaws anytime they were near. When I wanted to race sprint cars and realized how expensive it is, I decided, well, maybe I should start learning how to work on them too.
My name is Trevor Grossenbacher. I started racing BMX when I was 5. In 2007, we started running 360s at Eagle Raceway. We switched to 305s in 2015. Okay, I'm gonna get out. What are you doing that for? I don't remember exactly how we met, but we've been together for a long time. I trust him. I don't have to ask any questions. He just does it and does the setup on the car, and I just drive it. I think we're getting a lot of extra help since we're on camera.
Oh, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
When we met in Knoxville and I asked if you had any pictures of your car right side up, because I've only seen pictures of it upside down. I didn't know we'd ever have much of a friendship after you start one like that. Like 2010, I think it was, Trevor called me one weekend and was like, why don't you come racing with me? So we went to Mayetta, Kansas with the NCRA and raced there. Then we went to Dodge City, and then really I've helped him ever since. Hi, what do you got in your mouth? Can I see? Oh, yeah.
A rock?
Yep, I got it. What are you doing? You helping me? Getting our 305 RaceSaver car ready to race at Eagle Raceway the week before the Nationals. The engine is from Zach at Speedway Motors Racing Engines, and about every part you bolt onto it comes from Speedway. And if it didn't, it comes from one of my dealers. You gotta do anything yet before putting the hood on?
I was gonna check the valve cover bolts.
Okay.
I was doing them, I don't want to do it with that impact.
The last week around here has been over 100, I think, almost every day till today. It rained, I think Trevor said it rained over 3 inches at Eagle. So it rained 3 inches, the track might be really heavy, rough, a lot more grip than what we're used to.
She's ready.
Everything you've seen me do since you got here, I'm gonna go do it again when we get to the racetrack. Every bolt that gets double checked and made sure it gets tight is pretty important. This is where I feel at home. I don't have to worry about anything except making sure I have every bolt tight, wheel tight, and that this thing goes around circles fast. So this is a week where we get a lot of out-of-towners come in to race at Eagle basically one time before next week Nationals. Usually there's 100, 120 cars here next week from all over the country, and they don't get to see this place like we do when we race here just about every week. So this is your last test before your big race. So if there's anything you've thought about all year about trying or something like that, or if you just want to make sure your stuff's on point, tonight's the night you go show that. Cross your T's, dot your I's, make sure everything is how you want it for next week.
You want us to video you?
Never.
We're gonna interview you.
The answer to that question is always no.
You wanna be mic'd up?
This will be quality entertainment.
I wouldn't be cussing or talking about your girlfriend though here.
Are these the only 2 brand new tires that we have?
That one.
No, like the right rear.
Oh, yeah.
Is he gonna get more?
We have enough for next week.
What's the tire pressure?
What's the tire pressures?
It's a secret.
Yeah, we can't tell. So that's a bunch of our secrets that we can't give away.
I've changed it every time. They have settings on it for how bad the air was last week. The humidity's way down from last week. So you gotta change the fueling quite a bit. We can add more fuel to the car, richen it up. When it's real humid like that, we gotta lean the motor down to get it to run best. Track doesn't look too bad.
No, I imagine it's gotta be about like this. When you get 3 inches in a hurry, it usually runs off and it's not, you know what I mean? I just know that from living on gravel road my whole life.
Like
You could get 1/4 of an inch and it'll be the worst gravel road you've ever drove on. But you get 4 inches and it's like a highway.
It just kind of, it ran off at my house. It didn't even like,
Yeah,
it wasn't-
so that's what I hope. The actual racetrack looks fine. A lot of times when it rains, it gets really, really rough. I hope that it rained hard enough that it won't be rough. It runs, yeah, it's nice. A lot of cars are bouncing really hard through 1 and 2. There's some drainage from the rain, and this one's smooth as glass.
I think it's actually gonna get a little dry quicker than I thought. I think it's kind of hard packed, so we'll see what these other small tire cars do to the track. Hopefully we can keep it smooth and it doesn't get too rough, but all in all, I think it's gonna be a pretty good track.
It's kind of weird. It looks like it's almost slick down the front stretch and the back stretch, so there will be a little bit will change, but nothing major. It's slick coming off of 2, so I want him to be able to point it where he wants to go. Just tighten the car up a little bit. Give it more straight speed than turn speed. Yeah, I'll change probably both tires for the heat. Tighten the car up a little bit. We start last in the heat race, so just snug her up a little bit so you can pass everybody in the heat race, hopefully, and go from there. There's 3 heats. I think there's 19 cars. So good news is you're in the feature no matter what. If we make the top, I think it's 5 when there's 3 heats. We'll be in the invert price, start 12th, because we either have the highest or second highest point average from the last few times we've been here. 305 sprint car class, there's no way it's any tougher anywhere in the country. So when it comes to this place, it's tough. Like you shoot on a weekly night throughout the summer, there's a C feature sometimes. So anytime you have 30 plus cars or a regular 20 to 35 cars, it's tough. Literally everybody's running the bottom. No one's even trying the top. But I think you can go find a spot before you go green. Good. Started 6th, got 3rd. That's a tough racetrack. I mean, it's really, really rough on the top here, and the bottom's narrow, so yeah, passing 3 cars, probably start 12th.
I kind of had to go to the top where no one else was to get around them, and then I settled in on the bottom. So for the feature, I'm hoping the top's there. That's where I like to run, so hopefully it's there and I can roll it in and make it work.
He's out there with the tractor now, so I don't know what he'll do. We kind of just watch it as the night plays out. The modifieds tell us the most. They're the next most horsepower, so we'll see what he does with the tractor and see what the modified lap times are and go from there. It got off a tune nice and straight, and it never was like hung out, but I mean, it looked like it was digging, but it was like it would almost lose grip by then. It's slick on the straightaway, but
Slick it into 3.
that's what I mean. So I felt like by 3 we were about out of grip. So
Didn't really zing him going into 3. It just,
yeah, I think we kind of almost draw a boundary when we get out of the truck. We were best friends till we got out of the truck. Now we're here to do a job. So whatever constructive criticism we have to give each other, I mean, he might get out of the car and tell me it absolutely sucked. Fix it. Well, then I gotta fix it. And same thing, like if I watch him not drive how he said he was going to, or to the best of his ability, I need to remind him of that. Like, accountability is what makes a good race team. Like I said, we're best of friends, so you can push too far, you know, and make it so you offend a guy or hurt his feelings, but I know where that line is by now, so yeah, you just kind of remind him of how good he is and let him go prove it to you. I kind of like the pressure part of it. Make the decision and I'm good with whatever happens. You get nervous at your job? No, it's just, that's my job here, is to make the decisions that hopefully make this car fast. And if you've done it enough, you kind of know exactly what doesn't work and what usually does. And we've raced here so many times that you kind of know where you need to be a lot of the time. So you got to trust everybody. Everybody's got to do their job right to win races at this level. Everybody that helps us, Scott and Trevor's dad and Ben, like we count on Steve putting enough fuel in every time. Carl Kinzer, the best sprint car crew chief ever, said the best sprint car crew chief is a great mechanic, but an even better psychiatrist. So sometimes you just got to know when he needs pumped up, or any driver really. The best driver is a confident one. Like if you convince a driver that he's the best dude here, he is. He'll go out and prove that. Show them what you're made of. This is your place. There's nobody better.
Yeah, we had a real good start.
He's snug on the top over there, but it'll get better.
It'll get better as the fuel comes off. Track comes to it a little bit.
Our cars usually get better as the race goes on too, so hopefully that's the case again. out with 2 to go. He's been really good, but the top's getting really far around in 1 and 2, so. Good race car, he's doing a good job. Just do his job for 2 more laps, no big deal. There's just nothing left off of 2 now. Like he needs to, he's gotta come like half a car width lower. Because it's starting to go like this out of 2 now. He needs to get a better takeoff out of 4 this time.
Yes, go.
His best restarts are down the hill and gone, not waiting.
Go.
Yes! Don't get any better than that. You did as good a job as you can do, and having a restart at the very end, that's tough. When I saw how slick it was getting, I knew right exactly where we needed to be.
It was a great night. We had Tyler gave me a really good car. Yeah, it was good. That's a good confidence booster. It's moments like this that makes it all worth it. I was pretty down at the beginning of the year, and the last 4 weeks we've been just super fast.
He did a perfect job. There's good dudes down there finished right behind us. By the way, Speedway Motors racing engines were 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks, Zach. I mean, I've worked on sprint cars for almost 20 years now, so I wouldn't have it any other way.